Well, I was adopted when I was 2 weeks old, and I always tell people it was the hardest 2 weeks of my life, what with the paperwork and everything, but I got the best parents in the world. When I was young, I was looking through my baby book, and my mom told me I was adopted, and I was like, well, what does that mean? And she said, well, it means we got to go to the hospital and pick you out special. She told me my brother and my sister were biological, and that's just, who God gave them. And so even today, I love to remind my brother and sister that, hey, Mom and Dad picked me out special, they just got stuck with you. I've never had the chance to meet my birth mom, but if I had, I would let her know what a hero she is to me, because she made the biggest decision of my life, and that was the decision to give me life. And I'll always be grateful for that. I started doing benefit concerts for adoption agencies and crisis pregnancy centers. And a lady stopped me and she said, hey, have you ever met your birth mom? And I said, no, I hadn't. It was just probably out of convenience that I was given up for adoption. And she said, when a young girl is pregnant and she's scared and she's confused, but she chooses to carry you for 9 months, that's not out of convenience for her. Hardest of all, to hold you in the hospital room, and she wants to give you the best life she possibly can, but she realizes she's not able to do that. But she knows that there's a family out there that wants to adopt, that can give you that life. She kissed you on the head and said goodbye. It wasn't out of convenience that you were given up for adoption and given life. It was out of love. I realize there's women, just like my birth mom, who have literally nowhere to turn to make a decision. And they're scared and they're confused. And there are people on the front line who are speaking love and truth to these women and help them make a positive decision. And even before I was born, these folks were a champion for me. And this is a good opportunity for me to give back and be a champion for them. And so, I started doing benefit concerts. It's been one of the greatest thrills of my life. And because it's more than just a concert, for me it's turned into a passion because it's my life story. And the biggest thrill for me is to talk to a director afterwards who says, every story that you told, every song that you sang spotlighted what we do, and you really made our mission come to life with your life story. My mom and dad adopted me. They didn't come to the hospital and stop at the door and say, hey, before we adopt him, we want to know how he's going to do in school. Is he going to have a great GPA? Is he going to, be able to throw a fastball 90 miles an hour? They just walked in and said, we're in. And so when I do these benefit concerts for a crisis pregnancy center or adoption agency, my goal at the end of the night is having the folks who have come to support that organization on their feet with their hands out, saying, financially and prayerfully, we're in. Because one of the biggest parts of my life was just to have somebody step into that gap. My adoption story doesn't just end with me. Last month, my wife and I adopted our first daughter. Her name's Maya May, and I still remember the day that my wife called me into the office and her picture was on the screen, and she said, what do you think? And just with tears in my eyes and my arms out, I said, I'm in. And I can't wait for her when she's old enough to tell her brothers, Mom and Dad got to pick me out special. update to the story. Maya May now is a big sister. This is her little sister, Ebby Lou, who was born in the same state, in the same town, in the same adoption agency that I came from. And so now more than ever, I'm passionate about what Crisis Pregnancy Centers do. And so over this next year, I'm gonna raise $1 million through fundraising banquets where I speak, play a couple songs about these two, and inspire your donors to give in a way that allows you to do what you do best, and that's to save lives. If we can help you do that, we're happy to. God bless y'all, and keep up the good work.
We decided to change up our annual fundraising banquet, something that all of those who support us could come to and have an evening that blessed them.
Last fall, we had Mark Schultz. It was just fabulous.
People were engaged. He had a relevant message.
Hey, I am thrilled to be here. I was adopted when I was 2 weeks old, and I always tell people it was the hardest 2 weeks of my life with the paperwork and everything. So it's a thrill for me when Grace Place called and said, hey, would you be involved in this? I said, yes, I would. Not because I love to speak. I also love to do shows, but because I have a special place in my heart for a place like Grace Place. Because if it's not for an organization like that, I'm probably not here up on stage.
And you gave life to me, a brand new world to see, like playing baseball.
Not only did his talent have us all on our feet and his humor keep us laughing, but his music was perfect for our message. Mark's testimony is at the heart of what we do.
When he took the stage, it was incredible.
I can't tell you how important it is to get the right people to come in and help you communicate the power of your message to our lay people and to our donors.
And we just had Mark Schultz here, and he rocked it. He knocked it out of the park.
Praise God, we were able to pay off our building.
What I love about my story and what I love about Grace Place is when people walk through the doors, when women walk through the doors, they don't get people with their hands crossed and their heads down and say, what do you need? They get this. We're in. And we'll walk beside you through the high times and the low times, and we'll just watch God work.
His music was perfect for our message, and his pro-life testimony touched us all.
What an incredible moment, event, evening that we had with Mark as he helped us communicate the vision and mission of our ministry.
The guests all said when they left that he did the best job ever, that he was the best one we've ever had.
I would highly encourage you to reach out to Mark and team.
For me to get to be here and stand up on stage and do what I love and have a passion for it, you're not reading numbers tonight and you're not looking at statistics. You're just looking at a guy who is so grateful for the work that they do there, because I probably wouldn't be here.
I am, well, my